Dome Sports Talk Worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Well, sport that we love, really, boxing. Over the weekend, I personally saw two major robberies, right? Not to the point where it's just extreme, but two fights that I totally saw going the other way. And let's get right into it. First of all, you had Ramirez versus Victor Postol, right? Ramirez was going into the fight, definitely the favorite going into the fight, right? Has two belts and a good come forward fighter, throws hard punches. But me, I definitely have Victor Postol as a live underdog here. I got bad respect for Victor Postol. Ukraine bring the pain. He's only lost to Josh Taylor and Terrence Crawford, and that can happen, right? But he's in there. This is a good fighter. And I watched the fight. Only round I didn't see really was round 10, but that round was given to Victor Postol. I had Postol winning that fight 118, 113. Now, you would think, well, how could that be? Ramirez was coming forward or whatever, but he was getting pieced up. He was getting hit with jabs all night, but then the 1-2 coming with the right hand and everything. I just thought he got outworked. And let me just tell you how I scored it. Round one, I scored a draw, right? And most people had Victor Postol winning the first 5 rounds. I had the first round a draw. Second round, I gave to Postol. Third round, I gave to Ramirez, for example. Fourth, fifth, and sixth, I gave to Postol. The seventh is when your boy Ramirez landed that big left hook, right? Even though that round was close, but the big left hook where you kind of hurt Victor Postol, most of the time you're going to get that round. So that's what I did. I gave it to Ramirez. Round 8, I gave a draw. Round 9, I gave to your boy Victor Postol. Round 10, Victor Postol. Round 11, Victor Postol. And round 12, a draw. 118, 113. Could have been a little bit closer, but that's what I had. I didn't, those rounds were close, right? Now, you're looking at most of the time when we're talking about, I was looking at the scorecard, Andre Ward's scorecard after 5. He had gave Postol, Ramirez all those rounds. And then, after round 11, Andre Ward had it 7 rounds to 4. I saw a totally different fight. Now you're saying things that were very significant that stuck with me. We like boxers that come forward and dictate the pace, right? And I'm thinking, okay, me personally, you can come forward or whatever, but you still got to be winning, right? But that's what this is how fighting a lot of times is judged, right? And I'm thinking, well, yeah, exactly. So if you like the fighter that's coming forward and dictating the pace, where were you when Deontay Wilder fought Tyson Fury in the first fight? When everybody only gave Wilder the rounds that he knocked Fury down in, but he was coming forward and dictating the pace over a guy who's 50 pounds heavier than him. But on that fight, we didn't see the coming forward and dictating the pace. Most people, because that's what I saw. I'm like, how the hell Wilder won from those first 5 or 6 rounds? Wilder won 3 or 4 of those, right? But we didn't see that, right? Fury was doing all that and maybe hitting a jab or two. Fury wasn't as dominant as Victor Postol was with jabbing, right? But he, some kind of way that we didn't do that, and we judged this coming forward and dictating the pace. Now, another thing that was, very very significant in the fight, that they mentioned the fact that we've only had since we've had the 4 championships, the 4 sanctioning bodies, WBA, WBC, WBO, and IBF, the ones that count. Since we had the 4, we've only had 4 undisputed champions, right? Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor, right? And who's the other 2? My boy Terrence Crawford and Alexander Usyk, right? So Ramirez is going to try to become undisputed by fighting Josh Taylor if they both get through. If Josh Taylor gets through his next fight, right? And there's never been a Latino or Mexican or anything like that that's done that. That brings me back to another point that I've been talking about all the time. That's why it's so huge that Canelo didn't fight Demetrius Andrade last year on the Mexican holiday to become undisputed. And no one talked about it. That's the point. No one talked about a fight where the first Latino undisputed guy could have been. And we didn't talk about that then. That's why I was thinking, what the hell's wrong with boxing? So no, Ukraine still brings the pain. Postol, when you're looking from his perspective, as a 36-year-old guy, right, coming in against a guy that we know throws hard punches, punches with bad intentions, and you come out here and out jab him, keep him at bay, right? Have to take a couple of those, eat a couple of shots, and outwork this guy over 12 rounds. You have to give that fight to that 36-year-old guy. Because from Postal's perspective, what the hell else was we supposed to do? Now, Postal didn't hurt Ramirez, but in my opinion, he beat Ramirez. And I don't think it was really close. I think he beat him convincingly enough that he's supposed to get that damn fight. I didn't think we are going to have these kind of fights when there's no crowd and stuff like that, where people are going to be getting robbed. But I think, and I have to say, Postal got robbed here. It's just not extreme robbery, but Postal got robbed here. And I think, there's not really more that you could ask from Victor Postal to do in that fight against Ramirez. He did exactly what he needed to do. He was only hurt once, very short in the fight, and outworked the guy. You got to give it to him in that case. So for me, Postal won. He's still one of the upper echelon guys at 140, and it's really unfortunate. I think at the end of the day, we shouldn't be talking about either other fight for Ramirez except a Postal rematch. We shouldn't be. I don't think boxing should be moving on fights like that. You have to readdress Postal first because he's 36. He shouldn't have to go to the back of the line and work his way up with 36. If you put in an effort that good at 36 years old and you really win the fight, damn it, run it right back. That for any fighter, actually. Okay, so that's one robbery. Now another robbery happened in Germany. Abbas Baraou versus Jack Culcay, right? That was a robbery, right? I had it 117, 114 for Baraou. I like Jack Culcay. First of all, let me make sure that's clear. I like me some Jack Culcay because he gets underestimated his whole career. He's only lost to very, very good fighters. He's actually a 154 guy. Went up to 160 a time or two. He's good. Now this fight, when I saw it, I was absolutely no commentary at all. So that was really cool. And I was like, so cool, no commentary. I could just really check this fight out, and I was surprised. I was surprised because I forgot that Abbas Baraou was trained by Adam Booth, who I'm just gonna still like since because he was training one of my boys, David Hay. So I like me some Adam Booth. And I was watching these guys, and there's some swagger in the ring, some real good footwork. Abbas Baraou got some upper body movement, and they were both, they were firing at each other, and they both did real good work. It's respect going both ways, for this fight. But I had it 117, 114 for Baraou. I think he did a lot more work, a lot more work. But some of the rounds that I gave to Baraou, I just thought he won slightly. Um, and I just think that in round 10 they had a long tape delay, so your boy Kokai can get a little rest. But like I said, you had some great footwork in there, some upper body work. It was a real good fight, real good fight. But I think Baru pulled that out and had him up by 3 rounds. There's no way that he should not have that fight. But listen, Peru was only 9-0. Kokai is a legend actually in Germany. So from that standpoint, sometimes you have to beat somebody's brains out to get a victory like that. Unfortunately, but I think Barreau won that. Let me go in German for a second to congratulate both of these guys. Gratulation, Kokai, für deinen Sieg gegen Abbas Barou. Abbas Barou, Kopf hoch, my man. Du warst auf jeden Fall der Sieger in diesem Kampf. Meine Meinung war knapp, aber du warst der Sieger. Ich glaube, ihr seid beide Champions. Und ich denke, ihr solltet das Ding nochmal von vorne. Nochmal von vorne. So dein Rematch hier war, ich glaube nicht, dass Jack Culcay mit seiner Ehre, die der hat, der wird wissen ganz genau, dass der Kampf hat er auf jeden Fall nicht gewonnen oder nicht mit irgendwelchen Abstand. Der war viel zu knapp, dass man Culcay einfach als Sieger von der Ring gehen lassen sollte. Es hätte unentschieden oder sowas, war auf jeden Fall, obwohl es ein Eliminator-Kampf war, auf jeden Fall muss den Kampf wiederholt werden. Na, das so ein Rematch war beide, ich glaube, Jack Coker hat das schon gerade gesagt, auf jeden Fall ein Rematch, Baru Rematch, nichts anderes, auf jeden Fall. Aber Gratulation für einen hervorragenden Kampf von beiden Seiten. So guys, back to you guys, everybody. Yo, I think that Abbas Baru, was basically, I'm not gonna say robbed in this case, but he definitely should have got that decision. I think that Victor Postol, was, let's not use the words robbed. I think I saw two bad decisions in the world of boxing. When I go to the NBA later, there's some stuff I didn't like there either. But it's ridiculous. But in boxing, I think Baraou and Postol should have come out on top of those fights. Unfortunately, they didn't. Still great fights on both ends, but I think we had the wrong winners in both of those fights. Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.